Hello everybody, welcome back to Learn Graphic Design with G2K Designs. Today we are going to be learning how to create this, okay? We call this the double exposure effect, okay, using Photoshop. Okay, so let's get right into it. I've already created a workspace here. Okay, so if you want to know how to create a workspace, I've done that in my previous video, so you can check some of them, and then you learn how to create a workspace like this using Photoshop. Okay, so I'll go to the file or the folder where the picture I want to use is, and then I'll drag it into Photoshop like this. Okay, so this is cool. I will come here and rasterize. So I want to sharpen this image just a little bit. Okay, so I'll just go to filter, go to sharpen, and select smart sharpen. Okay, so these are the settings I normally use. Okay, so I can increase it, okay, here, or reduce it. Okay, it depends on what you want. So I think this is okay, and I'll just go ahead and click okay. So the next thing I'll be doing is to remove the background of this picture. So I'll just use the quick selection tool here. Okay, quick selection tool, and increase the size like this, and use it and select like this. Okay, so once I'm done with this selection, I will right click, okay, and then go to feather. I want to feather the outline of the picture. Okay, so I'm going to be using a radius of 1, so I'll just go ahead and click OK. I will right click again and select layer via copy like this. Okay, here is just to copy out the image that we just selected. So I'll just come here and delete this because we don't need it again. Okay, so I'll select this, okay, and then reduce the size. Okay, so let me Control T, okay, and then reduce the size, okay, like this. I think this is cool. So before we go ahead, I want to create my own background. Okay, so I will go to I'll come here, the adjustment layer, click on it, click on solid color. For now I'll be using color white. Click OK. So for me to remove this default background, I'll double click on it. Okay, click OK, so you can delete it. Okay, so this is the background. This is what I want to be the background. So let me go ahead and rename this to model. Okay, I think model is fine. So the next thing we'll be doing is I will desaturate this image using Control Shift and letter U. Okay, so once we are done with this, another way for you to do that, you can go to image, go to adjustment, and then come down here and desaturate. Okay, so the next thing I will be doing is to bring in the image I want to use for the double exposure effect. So I'll go to my file here, carry the image, and then drag it into Photoshop. Okay, I will drop it. I'll come here, rasterize it, okay, and then reduce the opacity to around, let's say 60 is fine, so that I can be seeing both the city image. So let me rename this to city picture. Okay, so that I can be seeing both the city picture and the model. Okay, so once I've done that, I'll click on Control T to select the city picture, and then from here I will rotate like this. Okay, so that I can be seeing what I'm doing. Okay, I'll rotate like this. Okay, so I can increase the size like this. Okay, rotate like this. So just find out the one that works best for you. Okay, once I'm done with this and I feel it's cool, I'll just click OK here, and then go back here and increase the opacity back to 100. So the next thing I'll be doing is select this model here, click and hold on your control, and then click on the model thumbnail, and you have this selected like this. Okay, with that, go up and select the city picture layer. Okay, and then add a layer mask here. Just click here, and then you add a layer mask like this. Now the next thing we'll be doing is select the layer, the model layer, click Ctrl J to duplicate it, and then drag it up. Okay, like this. Once you've done that, you go to the blend mode and change it to lighten. Okay, you have something like this. So once you've done that, add a layer mask here. Okay, you have something like this. Then the next thing is to go to your brush. okay, your brush tool. I'm using an opacity of 50. Okay, make sure that your foreground color is black, and then you come here and paint over like this, so that the city background will have more details, okay, of the city. Once we are done with that, you come down to this city picture, select this layer mask, make sure it's the layer mask that is selected, and then also come here and then paint out the face of your model, so that the face will be more, you understand, more visible, okay, like this. I think this is cool. So the next thing that we are going to be doing is to duplicate the layer of this city picture using Ctrl J, then click on this layer mask here, you right click and then delete layer mask. Once you do that, you have something like this, okay. So just go to blending option and change it to lighten, okay. Once you do that, you will have something like this. So I'm going to add a black layer mask here. So for me to do that, I'll hold down on alternate and click on the layer mask, okay, to have a black layer mask here. So what I will do is I will go ahead and select it, make sure that the foreground color here is white, okay, still using my brush tool and an opacity of 50, okay. I'll use that and remove these outlines here. Now that we are here, this is my color field. I'll double click on it and then select the color here, so that everything will blend in very well, okay. So now that we have this, go ahead and click OK. You go and click on this city picture here, okay, select your brush tool. I'm still using an opacity of 50, okay, and then brush around this place so that you will review the other parts, okay. The next thing that I will be doing, okay, I'll select this one up here and click on the adjustment layer to add a solid color, okay. You can use any color you want, but this is the one I'm going to be using, okay. So maybe I'll choose, okay, color here, and then choose a lighter color of it, okay, and click on OK. And so we change the blend mode, okay, to multiply, okay, like this, okay. Then I'll reduce the opacity to maybe around 20. From here, I'll press alternate Ctrl Shift and E, okay. So when you do that, you will see that you have you will get a copy of all the effects that you just did right here, okay, up here, okay. Once we've done that, the next thing I'll be doing is to desaturate it, okay. So you can use your Ctrl Shift and U to desaturate. After this, I'll come to the blending mode, okay. Let's see overlay, let's see how it is. I'm going to be playing around it, so let's see how it is. Okay, let me see soft light. I think I like soft light, so we are going to be using soft light, okay. Here I can reduce the opacity of this to around maybe 50. I think 50 will do it, okay. So once we are done with that, that is all for this tutorial, okay. This is how you can create a double exposure effect using Photoshop, okay. So if you like the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications, so that when next we drop our video, you will be notified, okay. See you in our next video.